Baby, if you want to look all sexy in between your legs and in your butt like Marlo Hampton did at this reunion, bitch, then get some of this tea, honey. When you drink it and you swallow it and you take these pills with it and everything else, baby, you'll look just like Marlo when you put on your dress. Drop down in the description box and click this link to purchase this and other fine products. The girls been blowing up my line talking about part 2 of this Housewives reunion. I don't know why, because it didn't give a whole lot. Except Drew and Kenya fussing and Marlo coming out there trying to get it started with that sexy ass dress on. Y'all want to talk about it? Here you go. Now, so girl, part 2 of this reunion was, y'all already know LaToya Ali is not my favorite character, and she is just team too much. The episode opens up with her coming out and going instantly for Drew. You know, here's the thing, right? When you look at the hierarchy of fear in that group, Drew is the easiest one to pick on, right? And I feel like LaToya don't legitimately have any real issue with Drew. I can't help but feel after all these years, the new people who get into reality TV, they come in with this, they've studied, and they're like, okay, when I get on, I gotta have the clothes, check. I gotta throw shade in my confessional, check. I gotta find somebody to fight with, check. And I really feel like that's what it is between LaToya and Drew, because for the life of me, I really cannot put my finger on what the true issue is, because there isn't one. And for LaToya to come on and just, from the moment Drew walked into the room, just started going in on Drew, it just really felt like a checklist that she was trying to check off. So LaToya comes out and she's reading Drew about her fashions and about her wigs and about all this different stuff. And here's the thing, right? As we get older, we gotta understand, everybody is not a fashion girl. Everybody just isn't. 90% of y'all who listening to me right now are jeans and t-shirt type of girls with your hair pulled back in the ponytail. Then you might roll it or go get it done when you're going out for a special occasion or something. But more people than not are not fashion girls. That girl got a house, that girl got 3 children, that girl got a husband that's philandering around Tampa and she ain't got time to be rummaging through Ross Dress for Less looking for some fashions to please you. Ain't got shit to do with your life, boring bitches. Okay, that lady is at work. She is on the game and she's on the TLC tip and whatever else movies that we don't know about that she been in, that we don't know about, that she probably not in, that she been in and we don't know about. Okay, leave that lady alone, LaToya, with your mean self. So then Kenya and LaToya start talking, and they start talking about Kenya's girl crush with LaToya, and LaToya starts going in on, you know, I saw your kitty cat, or whatever the case may be. We all know Kenya is not damn gay. Kenya don't want to lay down with no woman. She don't want no fish sandwich. She don't want no fish platter. She don't want no fish plate. She don't want no fishy kitty. She don't even want to go fishing. She only want Mark and he don't want her, and that ain't what this about. But nevertheless, Toya again, but I saw you naked, trying to plant the seed and lay the foundation for there being more than what it is. Boring. Like LaToya, you're a one-trick pony, and it's just and your trick is conflict, chaos, and confusion, and it's just not working for you. To be quite honest, LaToya, you would have been better off coming on as the nice, pretty girl. That would have been a hell of a lot more interesting than what it is you're giving now, and just giving us the tea and the life with the blogging and the vlogging and stuff. You really had an opportunity to come through and shake things up for the social media people and really show what it is and what our conversion into TV could look like. And you completely dropped the ball. We ain't seen you work one time. I know they said you a YouTuber like me and you got LaToya Forever. Granted, I'm not into the beauty blogs and the family blogs, so I've never seen your stuff, but it would have been interesting to have seen it. Nevertheless, girl, I guess Kenya talks about being disappointed with LaToya. You know, I think LaToya honestly was just trying to get in where she fit in, and LaToya was loyal to whatever friend group she was with at the time. My only thing is, I think Kenya took the whole disappointed in LaToya thing a little too far, only because I think Kenya was looking for a flunky. I think Kenya was looking for, let me get my claws into her first and corral her over here on my side so I can have somebody, because it has been, not the whole group, but it has been several members of the group up against Kenya since Kenya has come on this show, with Cindy and Cynthia, with Candy and Cynthia being relatively neutral. Drew and LaToya kiss or whatever. You know, I just don't get why Kenya and Toya were adamant about just making more out of the girls' trip than needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Drew and LaToya did kiss. Big deal. Y'all were all drunk and humping around, and it just sucks to be a part of a friend group. It's got to be very taxing to go somewhere, want to let your hair down, but be worried about how me having fun is going to turn into a storyline for somebody. My anxiety would be through the roof traveling with you bitches. Marlo and Shamia come out. Baby, when D Boyce Hampton turned to the left and said, she looked like Coming to America, I almost died. Now listen, Shamia looked, I was finna say nice. Shamia looked theatric. She definitely did look like an extra in The Lion King live on stage Broadway musical featuring Heather Headley as Nyla. She was giving me a real that's probably what I got it. She had that hair on for the ancestors. That's what it was. She was conjuring the spirit of those before us, baby, so she could bring power and strength to the reunion, because she knew the girls was gonna need it. We see you, Kenya, black girl magic. That's right. Or whatever. Now, is it me, or was Marlo dressed way too sexy for the reunion? So let me back up. All right, let me give Marlo her flowers. Marlo always looked good. She always dressed nice. Marlo's body is banging. Can't take none of that from her. Never will. Couldn't if I wanted to. Marlo comes through on the appearance level. Always has. Will continue to do so. The dress was just too much for me. We know you got body yada yada. You know, I'm one of those people, less is more. I leave a little to the imagination. She just bought this new body, so I guess she wanted to show it off. And I'm not going to call it classless or raunchy, because Marlo's definitely not any of those things. It just was a little too much for my personal taste. I feel like, Marlo, you could have got the same ooh and the ah with more clothing on. I mean, your ass was, this was only on by a spaghetti string, so the whole this side of the dress was non-existent. So what you call that, a 3/4 dress? Or whatever. Never the case, she looked nice. It was just way too sexy for the reunion. Like, girl, where is you going? This is the reunion, girl. I mean, honestly, truthfully, at the reunion, we be 2 steps away from ball gowns. Half the time we be in ball gowns, and you don't came in here with this spaghetti strap, pencil skirt, halter situation. Girl, it just wasn't no fabric nowhere. None on the shoulders, none on the titty, none on the bike, none on the stomach, none on this whole side. I mean, girl, your whole dress probably was made with a 1/2 yard of fabric and a shoelace. That's what it looked like. You looked it good though. You looked it good. Shamia, you know, shaded Marlo with the whole liposuction thing. Marlo tried to make it seem like she was sick, then had lipo. No, girl, you had lipo, girl. Just don't. You know one thing the Atlanta girls kill me with? They act like people blind. Girl, last month you had this body, This month you got this whole new body, and we supposed to honestly sit here and believe that you ain't had no work done. And I'm Britney Spears. Before her daddy signed up all her money and locked her in a room and told her she couldn't go out like she was 12. The first Britney Spears. I'm a slave for you. Oops, I did it again. That's the kind of Britney Spears I am, bitch. We supposed to believe you to have no body issues. Now, Kenya bringing Brooklyn. What y'all think? You know, I was listening to Candy and Portia when they were saying, you know, they didn't even bother trying to facilitate having their children there because production has typically said in the past that it wasn't. And they were under the impression that Kenya was kind of going against the grain. Here's what I want to give Kenya. Kenya don't have the same support system that Candy and Portia have. Mama Joyce don't work. You got 3 aunts around there. I think Kayla around there. Like, Candy has a trusted person she can leave her young daughter with. Plus, her daughter got a daddy. Tired ass could do it. You know what I'm saying? Candy's got a support system. Portia's got her mama and her sister and Dennis. Kenya has Kenya got Auntie Cisco with the Rottweiler piss color hair, but we ain't seen Aunt Lori in a minute. So again, Kenya has. So that being said, she had to make provisions to bring her child. I don't think it was a matter of, I think my child is more important than anybody else's. I think that if Kenya had the same support system that y'all had, she wouldn't have no problem leaving that child in Atlanta, but she doesn't. So for that, you know, I'm just going to let her have it. And then, like Candy said, they were under the impression that Kenya was going against the grain. She probably was. And it's proof that y'all, if y'all have pushed hard enough, y'all could have got y'all's children there too. But the reason why y'all did not push is because y'all had a support system. And Kenya has, exactly. Cynthia's wedding. Mike's daughter decided to not come down the aisle. That's very telling. Telling of what? I'm not going to speculate and not out loud on this camera, but it says something, and y'all can dream up what that something is. I don't want to put 20 on 10. It definitely says something. I need to sit in this thought a little longer before I verbalize what I feel it says, but it's definitely telling. Cynthia, I love you and you love Mike. Get your posting up done. You shouldn't have walked your ass down that aisle without it. And Cynthia, we know how you are. You're easy, you're breezy. Oh, I'm in love. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Get the paperwork done. Folks change. Men go through menopause. They do all types of things. Women's change. Just things change. And I mean, hell, you was in love with Peter ass when you walked down the aisle, and you see how that turned out. I'm just saying, it's all good in the beginning. You better call Fedra and do your paperwork. And see, the sad part about it is the man done married your ass now. All my lawyer people on the line, how that work? If you with somebody and you married now, because now, and y'all out there in California, but you got married in Georgia, however it go, you married now, so with no paperwork, he got claimed or whatever. What if she draft up the posting up and be like, and he be like, bitch, I don't want to sign this, and then divorce her? Do he get to get half her stuff? That this dizzy bitch don't walk her ass down there with no protection, not a damn piece of PIP insurance, no kind of damn coverage. All them years you don't walk the runway and you about to just let it go up in smoke. Get the paperwork done, Sid. Nah. Or you need me to come around there and submit it to his ass, I'm going to tell you what it say. This all I need to say, bitch. If you decide to leave, you leave with what the fuck you came with. If I decide to leave, I leave with what the fuck I came with and some of yours. And if you or me decide to leave, we split whatever we created down the middle. It's that damn simple. It's that simple. If ever I get married to somebody, unless I really get married to somebody, like I'm married to somebody that's like, you know, millions and millions and millions and millions more than me, that's what, then they gonna have to give me a little something, bitch, for my pain and suffering or whatever, for childbirth and all the rest of this stuff. But if I marry somebody and financially we're relatively on the same page, my prenup gonna say, bitch, you leave with what you came with and anything we created together, we split down the middle. Simple enough to me. That seems fair. That seems fair. When bitches don't want to start signing paperwork to leave with what they came with, that means they got an ulterior motive. Bitch. You ain't finna leave here. Leave from around here with me and be living better than you was on my bitch. Carry your ass back to Red Lobster where you used to eat that when you left me. I'm the best thing that ever happened to your hoe, and you gonna be reminded of it every time your ass order that plastic ass Red Lobster, you broke bitch, you. That's why I'm not getting married. Marlo and Portia get the fussing. I'm gonna tell you one thing that annoyed me with these housewives girls. Y'all, where I come from, I am not used to 40-something-year-old women and people over 35 just being this childish when it comes to friendships. Because when Marlo came out, it seemed as if a large part of her issue was the fact that Portia was now friends with Kandi. For some reason that bothered her, and the reason why that bothers me is because when Marlo was trying to nickel and dime and finagle herself back on that show, she went and befriended Kenya. I was at the Bailey Bowl when she fussing at Nene talking about, you mad because I'm Kenya friend? All this because I'm Kenya friend? Well, Marlo, I asked you the same question. You mad now because Portia Kandi friend? Okay, and yes, when you and Portia were friends, she was never mentioning Kandi's name, but after Houston, maybe her and Kandi rekindled something and remember they used to have fun and they started hanging some more. There's nothing more to it. Stop putting 20 on 10. But it's like y'all hoes get so possessive and y'all are so trifling towards one another that y'all get in y'all feelings when people make friends with other people, because y'all call yourselves building these little groups and building these little alliances to battle this side versus that side. And when some person flip-flops or goes from side to side, it makes your ass uncomfortable. Y'all need to cut it out. Y'all relationships have ebbs and flows. Hell, you and Kenya wasn't talking for the longest. And then y'all made up. So I'm not understanding why Portia is not allowed to have the same grace. Now what was trifling as fuck is Marlo ass came to get it started. Because Kandi came out of Strippergate pretty clean, or whatever the case may be, and then Marlo came and laid it all on the line that Kandi was the one that ran back and had done told everything. Now, some people might say that's shady, other people might say, well, she didn't do it on camera. This is what I'ma say. I'ma say, remove the cameras from the situation, and real talk, if all of us, it's 6 of us, bitch, went on a girls trip and somebody was down there fucking in the room, y'all know good and goddamn well when a bitch woke up in the morning, it was gonna be like, bitch, did you hear what was going on in Lena's room? Child, I can't, ooh, child. That's what we do. That is what we do as people. My thing is, just as long as it stays within the friend group or the core group, I don't have a problem with it. Kandi didn't run to the TV. She didn't run putting people on trial. She ran and told Marlo, I mean, shit, honey, you got to tell something about it. And knowing Kandi nasty ass, she probably was standing at the door masturbating with some of them damn toys. And she had a whole damn closet full of them. That shit was hilarious. It was also hilarious, too, when somebody said you arranged the whole dick in the box, but you couldn't arrange childcare. Woo, that was the read of the century, honey. That shit had me, or whatever the case may be. But y'all, that's all I got. Part 2 of the reunion didn't give a whole lot. I'm gonna tell you something. Coming into the reunion has got me liking Drew a little more. I think Drew has kind of found her voice and realized, bitch, I'm not laying low with these bitches. I got to get in here and go low with these hoes, and that's what she doing. Nevertheless, y'all be sure to like and subscribe. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about this Instagram account. And I'll call y'all hoes back. that. Oh, and drink some of this tea so you can look like Marlo. Fat bitch.